Hello.
Hello! Where are we, Ben? Ben, where are we?
We are
We're
in a theatre.
We are in a
We're in a theatre, Jill.
Not just any theatre.
We're in our local theatre that we do lots of shows in for a very special episode of Treading the Boards.
It actually looks like maybe we're on Coronation Street or somewhere.
We are in
this
Corrie.
shot.
An extra special episode of our podcast.
Extra.
Slightly shorter because there's lots to do, Jill. Because
He's very important, very busy. He doesn't
Indeed.
want to talk to me for very long, the people's. I don't
No.
know. I mean, maybe I could just video it whilst I'm chaperoning.
You just wander out. I mean, maybe chaperoning and filming isn't probably
Maybe,
allowed.
okay.
Probably not ideal. But we are in a special. That's some percussion. We're in the theatre because we are about to do the dress rehearsal of YOBOS' production of In the Heights.
In the Heights.
It's our extra special episode that we said we'd come back for.
Yeah.
It's going to be reasonably short because we are.
He's the director.
I'm the director.
And literally in 25 minutes the dress rehearsal starts.
Yeah, people
So
start
I've got
getting
a
ready
few minutes
for
to
the
ask
dress.
him some questions.
So there's a lot. You hear the buzz of the theatre going on around us. You hear people.
the doors,
You
you
hear
hear
people
people
talking.
coming on
You
stage,
see
coming on
cast
stage.
wandering on stage, which
It'll
is
be
fine.
And the lights are changing. Thanks, Joshy.
It really is a working theatre.
Literally is.
But
it's
Jill,
so exciting.
I'm super excited because it's gone super well. Cast, yeah,
Oh,
come on in, do stuff,
come through the back,
do
it's
things.
absolutely fine.
But it's been going super well.
Yes, so you started here what day?
So we
Lights
started.
on Washington.
Get out. So we started on. Well, the tech crew started on Friday
yeah.
in order to get some of the set and bits and pieces done
looking
there.
amazing.
It is looking amazing. And then the cast came in on Saturday. We worked every day 10 till 6 with the cast, and then today we've done the tech today,
Nice.
hence why the lights are changing around us, and we're doing the dress shortly. And it's genuinely gone, and I'm a little bit worried. It's gone very well.
That's okay, you don't need to be worried.
Well, I'm worried because something has to go wrong. I mean, it nearly did go wrong earlier when I nearly knocked
tell
it.
us. So Ben, tell us about the highlight of today for you.
So it's all been going so well, and then today we were packing up, making sure the stage was ready for the tech, and as I brought down a ladder, the top of the ladder flipped very quickly and smashed me into the head. I went through 3 ice packs.
Nice.
So I might not remember what I'm saying.
It's tested your first aid facilities, and I think it's proved that they had 3 ice packs ready for you.
They did.
Good.
I've used them all. Nobody else better need an ice pack today. But
I'll get some more out of my car.
But you know, that can be the thing that happened because it has gone really well.
Do you remember when a scaffolding pole nearly fell on someone's head when we weren't taking stuff down?
Or quite possibly.
Yeah.
We are usually quite safe.
So Benjamin, big show.
Yeah.
First big show back. Well, first show back since COVID.
Since COVID, it's been strange and it's been worrying.
Yeah.
In terms of you just sort of like, where we get an email from someone one morning saying I've got symptoms. I've just tested positive on the lateral flow test.
Yeah.
And luckily, touch wood,
Touching all the
that
woods.
hasn't happened. Because obviously the issue is we've sort of formed a bubble of the cast and the production team, and obviously
oh God, I've come into your bubble.
don't worry, I'm now keeping separate mostly from the cast anyway because now they've been set, but so we sort of formed a bubble, so obviously it was a case of if one person tested positive,
It was off.
that's the show done. And I don't quite know how we'd have come in and taken all the set down because we'd have been isolating, so it's a bit risky, a bit touch and go, but it hasn't happened. We have been being safe. We have been following procedures and lateral flow tests and hand sanitizer and stuff like that. And luckily, touch wood again, everything has gone incredibly well.
Good.
And it's also so nice to be back. The finale, they sing about I'm home, I'm home. And when they sung it for the first time, on Wednesday they sung it in here. They sung it in here for the first time, and someone nearly just walked into the camera.
You're very welcome to
Just
come in the
you
shop.
can welcome to the shop, but just don't walk into the camera. They sung that song in here, and for sort of the production team who had been kept separate because we'd been rehearsing over at ATC, they'd been here, so they really hadn't seen any of it, and people were crying and everything because they were saying it was just so beautiful.
Excellent.
And so obviously, one, they sounded great, but also because it was quite, we're home, we're back at the theatre and doing what we love, and you can tell that those kids are doing what they love because
They've missed it, haven't they?
my God, they are genuinely incredible. It is outstanding.
Brilliant.
I'm so pleased.
So, highlight for you as the director
Of what, the week of the show?
week.
Highlight of the week.
Highlight of the week of the week. Yes.
Oh, she's still got it in.
Still.
And
Absolutely.
I haven't got Louise to record that jingle, so I can't replace it. The highlight has genuinely been just how fun this week has been. In terms of, usually, this week it would be really stressful, and it has been. It has been busy, and it still has had that stress. But I have felt probably the most calm I've ever felt on a show, and I've just got to actually really enjoy it. I've had such a laugh, and I'm really going to miss it. In a couple of days' time when we're all over.
You missed the high, but you can miss the low as well.
I know, I will probably have those post-show blues. In terms of the show, I mean, there's multiple moments. I mean, these kids are so talented. It puts, it's annoying how talented they are. Like all of them are. So I'm really excited. Are you excited about chaperoning?
I'm so excited about chaperoning.
Are you excited about watching as well?
And watching and being here now. I've stayed away up until this point, quite purposefully.
I'm sure your daughter is very pleased.
I was across there playing netball last night, so I could hear a little bit from the pitch, but other than that, so
was it sounding all right from you?
Sounding all right.
Band
from
cool.
There. Yeah, band cool last night. Very good.
Cool.
So yeah, Ben. I mean, just to give people an idea, roughly, cast size, text crew size, orchestra. Talk to us about how many people are involved in making this amazing stuff come together.
In terms of the show, we've got 29 cast members. In terms of people that have been working behind the scenes, so many. I mean, the programme is full. I mean, I'd say about 40, 50 people, and people who have just come in the week, sort of during the week, because they found themselves free. So many to even name, which is incredible. Obviously, production team that have bubbled up as well. We've got young people sort of running different areas as well. So the whole sort of the lighting team are younger. The whole of the sound team is younger. The crew, all the different departments. Hair as well.
Yeah.
It's being run by people who are under 30. Most of them actually. Some of them are below 20. In fact, majority below 20.
And that's the way I like to come, because it tries to make me feel young, even though I shouldn't be here.
Yeah. Yes.
Get out, please, Jill. Out you go.
You're far too old. But no.
Half of me could come. Maybe half of me could come.
But no, so it's fantastic, and I think everyone's just really enjoyed this week.
Absolutely.
And I can't wait for the audiences to see it. We've got 4 sellout shows. We did have 3. We've added in a preview.
And you've kept safety in mind when you've sorted out the layouts and things for audiences as well, haven't you?
Yeah. So we took the decision to socially distance the audience, and what we've done is we've got, rather than the traditional seating group that's usually in this theatre, we've got tables and chairs, sort of 4 essentially, and they are separated, which I just think, considering it's the first thing back, I think people are just, I have spoken to many people who are a little bit wary, so it just makes, it ensures that it does mean that there's less of noise, it does mean that we've accepted that we are going to make a loss this year, but the reason we're okay with that is because these kids need that experience.
To do it.
We wanted to do it, they wanted to do it, so we have accepted it. But those people that have got tickets, those lucky people that got tickets, are in for an absolute treat. I know I'm very biased, but
you're allowed to be
very good.
And that's why we've come for this podcast. You can't go, oh well.
It's all right.
It's all right. They're okay. Not work very hard.
No, it's a lovely cast, lovely team. Just has been a genuinely lovely week.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So we will be back for a little bit more podcast action.
Yes.
After. So
yes.
we're going to stop in a bit
Yeah.
and say goodbye to we won't say goodbye, we'll say see you in a minute, and then magically we'll be the other side of the whole set of shows. So hopes and fears at this point, and then when you come back,
You should have called me your tongue like a frog or a lizard.
That's what I normally do, but I don't think for the video
Just
it
eat
would be appropriate.
Yes.
Hopes and fears.
So my hopes and fears.
Yeah, so that when we come back to you, we can go.
I hope that the audience loves it as much as we do. I hope they see the energy and enthusiasm, and I hope that the cast themselves are super proud of themselves, because I'm very proud of them. Fears, it's in the back of my mind about, what if tomorrow someone says lateral flow came out positive.
Yeah.
I still have the fear of, as always,
Something hitting you on the head?
Something else hitting me on the head, something just going wrong on one of the nights, and things do go wrong. When the reason I get upset is then because I know how much these kids, I know they're the same, are perfectionists, and they will really beat themselves up over little mistakes, and I don't want them to, because this show is tough, and I genuinely think that a lot of adult groups would struggle to stage this show. So they have taken on what, in my opinion, one of, if not the biggest shows in musical theatre. I think it's the biggest show when you see it in terms of music. I know members of the band who have played in multiple pits have said this is the hardest musically. I mean, they have to sing in Spanish. They have to, embody these characters. It's also a very grounded story. It's about real people. There's no, there's moments of that traditional theatre, but it's not over the top. It's very grounded, very real. It deals with themes of racism, of death, of family and loss and culture. It's heavy going for teenagers, but my God, do they do it sensitively and sensibly and powerfully and emotionally. So I hope that the audience sees that and get that.
Fantastic.
Yeah. But so we're going to. In a moment, we're going to pause this. We will then chat again once the shows are finished. So you will see us in a few seconds, but for us it'll be a few days. But you'll see it in a few seconds. We'll chat perhaps with some other people who have been involved to see how they thought of it. So don't go anywhere just yet.
Good to be back.
It's great to be back.
Hope you're enjoying your summer. You should have said that at the beginning.
Probably should have. Don't go anywhere just yet, because we will be right back in 1 second after the shows have been finished. Let's go. Okay, so it's now after the show.
So we say hello again.
Hello again. We've done 4 performances, 4 stand-up performances, which went incredibly well. So we're going to have a quick chat with some people that were involved in production. We spoke to these guys at the start of series 2.
Audition day to now. How many months are we talking there?
About 2, 3.
It was nice and hot by now.
Pretty hot.
It was. Nice weather.
2 or 3 months ago. So production team, obviously, I gave my thoughts before the show earlier on in the podcast. But for you guys, very quickly, what has been? How did it go, Alice? What has been the highlight of your week?
Highlight of your week. Of your week. Just as
I actually can't think of one thing. I think the whole experience of just being back on stage is my highlight. Seeing those kids back up on the stage again. It did make us all a bit emotional, didn't it?
There were some tears last night, I tell you.
I mean, everyone was in tears. Cast, crew.
I think it had such a special. It was so special for so many reasons, and it really did impact everyone in terms of emotions, didn't it? How have you found anyone? Anyone? How have you found us trying to do all this during a pandemic?
Oh, me?
Yes.
Yeah, it's been okay. I don't know, I don't have any experience doing something not in a pandemic, because this is my first show being on the production team. But one thing I can say is that moving from sort of cast to production team is you do realise how much work goes into it on our side, and especially this year, being in a pandemic, there's been so much more work on top of that, because we have to do risk assessments, and well, I don't personally do those, but like the things that have to go into it and the extra planning is just so much. But I've still really enjoyed the experience.
And Amelia and Emily, do you have people watch? What was their feedback?
Speechless. I'm not gonna. I literally went outside to see my mum, and she was like,
It's a good thing.
No, it's a good thing. And then like I missed her after. I was like, right, can you speak now? Like, is it okay? She just put, oh my god, absolutely like incredible. So and the thing is that it just, even she was like quite not like emotional, because she hasn't seen theatre in such a long time, and then she was just like, oh, it's just so nice to be back. Yeah. And she said that she felt, because obviously we did it not on the seating arrangement.
Yes.
We were all like spread out on tables, and she said that she felt safe as well because she works in the healthcare industry and that she has to be careful herself. And she said that like it was YOBOS have done it right. They've done well.
That's great.
Yeah, we were. Yeah, I think it worked for the show.
Yeah,
just in general, I think it was nice. It was a slightly different.
Immersive, I think, is the word.
Immersive experience.
Yes.
Grease is actually the word, but immersive is also a word.
Indeed. Emily?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have anyone specifically come, but it's been such a, like, just a general chat from everyone in the audience when you've been out, like, in the front during the interval and at the end has been, oh, it's incredible, it's absolutely amazing, like, it's so nice to see people back on stage, it's been, like, an incredible show, and I just think that is just credit to the cast, and it's credit to all the hard work that's gone in, because it's just, you know, I think everyone seemed to really, really enjoy it. So.
I know that we're all very glad that we were able to get to this stage because at times we didn't feel like we would, or we worried that something would happen. But thank you very much. We're going to go and see if we can find some other people that are involved in the show to talk to now. But thank you very much to the
Well
production
done,
team.
production team. Take a round, take a nice bow. Nice bow.
Okay, now we're here with some of the tech crew. So we've got Cameron and George. Cameron, tell us what you did for the show.
I was the head of sound, so I dealt with all the microphones.
There
and
were a lot. How
sound
many
effects.
microphones did you have?
We had 16.
16.
And 18 including the 2-foot mics.
Brilliant. And
Was that to capture the sound of feet?
And a bit of a cast in big
okay.
numbers as well.
Oh, okay. From the
floor,
Okay.
yeah.
ensemble stuff.
I get
That's
it.
the one.
And then George.
I helped with lighting, and I also pegged the curtain.
I mean, literally, you were so strong at that,
Yeah,
George.
literally,
It was
yeah.
proud.
That is my main role, pegging the
Yeah,
curtain.
yeah.
Pegging the
Give us a little
curtains.
demonstration with the
Yeah,
arms.
it was very nice. You know, going down in the air. And,
Yeah, nice.
Pegging the
Very
curtains
strong.
to the fire exits and the entrances so that the light didn't shine.
The light,
Particularly strong in the matinees, I felt.
Very, very good work. Cameron, it's your first time doing sound.
Yes.
How did you find it with such a big show with so many mics?
It was very difficult, yeah, but I enjoyed every minute, like working with such an incredible cast and directors and musical directors and everything. It was great fun and it was a great learning experience. Like I've learned so much in this week.
Brilliant. George, you've obviously done
Many shows.
some food shows as well.
Yeah.
How did this compare? How did it compare with like having not done a show maybe in this theatre for a little while?
It's been fun. I like coming back here because obviously the original reason I came here was to see the technical side because I was an actor and I asked you if I could do it, and now I work in lighting. So
Which is brilliant.
yeah. But it's great to be back here. It's been many years.
And did you both, or did you have family or anything that come and watch the show? What was the feedback, or what's your feedback as people that got to sort of see the show as well as work on it?
Yeah,
It was a great show. It was an insane show. I loved every second of it. Like there was not something I thought that was weak or anything like that. All the numbers were insane, and I just got to give credit to all the cast and crew of it.
Yeah,
Just the production team. They've done so well.
And it's just a week. That's the bit that
Mhm.
everybody forgets. You watch it and everything's slick. There isn't a moment on stage that's not slick. So,
That's credit to you.
It's credit to everyone.
Credit to
It's a good team, and you know, obviously, yes, the cast were brilliant, but it would be nothing without a strong crew and team as well to make sure that it is the best it can possibly be. So thank you both
it's time for
very
a
much.
sit down now, isn't it?
Yeah,
Taking everything
time to
down
sit
this
down,
morning.
take a break,
Yeah.
Technical break.
Burgers.
Technical break.
Burgers for these boys, please. Ben.
Absolutely. We'll speak to a few more people now.
Let's do
but
it.
thank you very much to these.
All right,
two.
thank you.
So we've got some of the cast here. Not all looking too fresh, I'm not going to lie.
It's the morning after, let's just explain.
It's the morning after the final show.
The night before.
And thus, obviously some celebration understandably going on following the show.
And I would say more celebration, less sleeping.
Yes.
Yes, in the balance.
Yes, and then having to tidy up a hall. But anyway, never mind, we'll skim past that. How did you all find it being part of the show?
So much fun to be part of.
Yeah?
I really like the style of the show.
Mm.
Like it being the rapping and the dancing felt really like.
And was it because it is that slightly different style than perhaps traditional musical theatre? Is it more was it trickier? Or was it just different? How did you find it?
Yeah, it was just a little different to like normal sort of theatre, so it's nice to be back on stage again.
Well, yeah, exactly.
So after you were here like 2 years ago, I was going to say last year,
Oh my
for
God,
42nd
yeah.
Street. So tapping tougher
Very
or rapping
different.
tougher?
Yes.
Tapping or
Tapping to rapping, yes. Well, I mean, it was obviously very different because with 42nd Street we had weekly tap lessons. It was
So
obviously,
you were like for months, didn't you?
it was months before we even started. But that was like the main concern, and now it's gone to like rapping, which is a completely different spectrum.
I mean, I had
But-
offered to give weekly rap lessons and turned me down.
Not crap lessons.
Crap lessons.
But no, it did just remind me how much fun it can be and how difficult it is as well putting on in a week.
Yeah.
But
And what
it
was
just,
the first time back since COVID? How's that been?
I think it's been good. It's also not been my first time back since COVID. I've not done musical theatre for like 4 years.
Wow.
So like coming back and doing a show that's so like hefty. So like physically demanding, vocally demanding, and complicated and complex. It's like really good, but putting it on in a week and putting it all off in a week is even more rewarding.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hence the
Yes.
show today. It's just recovering mode.
It's a great look.
Yeah.
The Mother Teresa look. Obviously, for you two, it's your first YOBOS week. And so how did you find that intensity of doing it in a week?
It was a shock. I'd say that, and made me appreciate sleep a lot more. But no, it's great. I feel like it's easier as well to pick stuff up doing it in the intensity of a week than over like a couple of months or a few months when you learn it just once a week. Because it's every day, it's fresh in your mind, and you go over it just after. And then I feel like a strong performance from me that I would have done if this was spread out over a number of months.
Yeah, it is true. I think people often wonder how you do it in a week, and it's just because you live it so much. You're in a complete. This is literally what life is for that week, isn't it? There's not really much else going on apart from this. That's the way. Oh, we've got people about to walk in front of the camera. Oh, they nearly walked in front of the camera, but never mind. You obviously will have people come and watch. Feedback from audience members.
love it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all been very positive, so hopefully no negative if they are told us.
Who's back for fame in a couple of weeks? Anyone? Any people? No? Because there's another show starting soon, so.
What's fame? Another show that's happening in a few weeks' time, not with us. But we need a rest, as in I need a rest. But hopefully back next year though, for YOBOS, which they're going to find out what next year's show is very shortly.
Can't say it. No.
But they'll find out very shortly. So that's
you can put it in the notes when we put the podcast out. Possibly put a link.
I might do, yes. Thank you all. Thank you. That was really well. We've got a few more members of the cast here. All first-time YOBOS members this year. Thrown in at the deep end with a big show. Did we enjoy it?
Yes.
Yes.
Highlights?
96,000.
96,000, which is one of the big
Just-
numbers.
yes.
Just the big dance, everything. Excellent.
Yeah.
Highlights?
Alabama's.
Beautiful candles.
Singing one.
Yeah, lovely. Highlights?
Blackout. Blackout.
Okay.
As
what
you
did
guys
you do?
notice, you're on crutches, babes.
Yeah.
How was that, being on crutches on stage?
It was good. Like, it was sad that I didn't get to all the dance numbers because they were just so full of energy. But it was nice being included in the show, despite being on crutches. So.
Yeah, and I saw that you got to give the gin out, which I felt was, quite a key aspect for me.
I was doing.
You got to do the bar scene.
You got the bar scene and you got the Bombay Sapphire, so all in all, I like that bit. It was one of my highlights. The gin.
Seeing people drink.
Yes.
So I'm assuming you will have people come and watch. What's been some of the feedback you've had? They enjoy it?
Yes, my granddad was.
Oh, actually,
Sat with me, wasn't he?
yeah. Nanny Joan has been sousering in the kitchen with us. So
Yeah.
she
Love that.
much love.
They were very excited to watch
Yes.
you. Yeah.
What about you guys? Do you have people watch? What did they think? They just enjoyed it.
I said it was so full of energy and just
And you guys will do other drama groups. I know, student group maybe. And what's the difference then between rehearsing every week for something and doing it like you've done it here, really like in a week?
I think it's a lot less likely to forget because if you're doing something once a week, it's easier to get caught up with other things.
So maybe you should stop everything else and just do everything in a week.
If drama is the only thing in your life for an entire week, it's a lot easier to remember.
Cool.
Yeah, that's what others have said actually.
Now, we're a little bit tired now, girls.
Yeah, definitely.
What's in store for the rest of the day after you've finished here?
I'm babysitting 3 kids and then sleeping at their house, and then I'm going at 8 in the morning tomorrow to my grandparents' house.
Okay, Ossie, well done, good planning. Yeah. Nice resting. Got restful time later? Yeah, I bet your mum's made you a cake. Has she? Hi, Lucy.
They bought it here.
No way. For us?
Yeah. It's here.
Really, I'm not allowed.
I'm just now. You have some cake.
So well done, girls. Excellent first yoboing. Will you be back next year? That's the key question.
Definitely.
Good
You
stuff.
signed up already.
Good stuff. We'll find out what it is soon. Thank you very much. Round of applause.
Whew, Ben.
Wow.
Well, here endeth our summer special.
I know. It's been a fun summer special.
It has.
It's been a crazy summer as well.
And your, as a director, final thoughts on the whole experience of yobos and COVID and yobos.
It's been incredible. It's been a very emotional. I was very emotional at the end of last night. Couldn't really speak too much to many people because of fear, but of getting emotional. I genuinely thought there'll be a day where I wake up and there'll be an email.
Yeah.
There'll be an email that someone's got symptoms and tested positive, and we'd just shut down.
Yeah.
And then we'd have to work out how we strip everything from the set and how we do that whilst isolating and how we. All those worries went through my head. So the fact we are here on this day after doing 4 amazing performances, at and it being such a success is just.
Yeah.
It makes it so much more
feels slightly
special.
unreal, doesn't it?
I can't believe we did
it. Yeah.
I can't believe it makes it so much more special, and this year has just been, maybe because we've been off for so long, maybe it's, also I think we had just such an incredible cast, it's such a beautiful show, incredible team, everything. To this year has just been, I've done this now for 9 years, and I think this has been probably the one that will stick with me the most. It's been very special for so many reasons. Been very, very special, very, very emotional. And as I was saying to some of the others, and actually it's interesting hearing some of the cast talking, when you do Yobos Week, you're in a complete bubble where, because you live and breathe the show. There's nothing really else that you can plan, do, think about. You live and breathe this show and you become a real unit. And then as soon as this day today is over, that bubble sort of pops, as it were.
It's going to be a little bit low tomorrow.
It will be some post-show blues, some serious ones. We could tell yesterday when most of the cast were in tears at the final number. But that means that it was worthwhile, and I think we've all made some amazing memories, so I'm very pleased.
Well done. Well done, all of you.
Thank you. So,
and when will we be back?
Well, we haven't really talked about it, have we?
No.
We will return soon.
In the fall?
In the fall. Towards, it's a bit later in the year, we'll return with some discussion, maybe sort of around October, November time.
Yeah.
Because by which point I'll have a school production to talk about, hopefully.
Excellent. And we've got some topics lined up. We've after-show party topic.
After-show party
to be done.
will have to happen. We've got some great topics coming up. So we'll see you then. Thank you very much.
Dance out, dance.